Today, we're going to have some fun with Bokeh, one of my favorite Python libraries for creating beautiful, interactive visualizations. If you've ever wanted to turn your data into something visually stunning without too much hassle, you're going to love this. Before we jump in, we need to make sure we've got everything ready. That means installing a few packages: Bokeh, Jupyter, and IPython. Since I've run these commands before, I won't be running them again. Once those are installed, we're good to go. All right, let's dive into our very first example, a simple line plot. This is probably the easiest way to get started with Bokeh, but it already shows how powerful it can be. Here's what's happening. First, we import figure, show, and output file from Bokeh. Then we tell Bokeh to create an output for our visualization. Next, we set up our data with two lists, x and y, which are just some numbers we want to plot. We create a figure, give it a title, and label our x and y axes so it's easy to understand. Then we draw a line connecting our points using the line method. And finally, we tell Bokeh to show our plot. Let's run it and see what happens. Nice. So what we've just done is create a simple interactive HTML file that contains our line plot. You can open it in any browser, zoom in, pan around, or hover over elements all automatically thanks to Bokeh. Actually, Python did all the heavy lifting for us. It automatically generated the HTML code behind the scenes. When we ran the code, it created an HTML file, which is why we can open it in a browser and see our plot so nicely. You don't have to touch a single HTML tag or write any JavaScript. Bokeh handles all of that. So basically, we just turned a few lines of Python into a fully interactive web visualization. It's simple, but it already shows the power of what Bokeh can do. All right, now that we've got our first example running and you've seen how everything comes together, let's move on to our second example and see what else Bokeh can do. All right, let's jump straight into our second example, a scatter plot. Here, we're still using Bokeh to create an interactive plot, but instead of connecting points with a line, we're going to plot individual points. We start by telling Bokeh to output to a new HTML file called 02score_scatterplot.html. Then we set up our data with lists x and y. Next, we create a figure and give it a title. To actually draw the points, we use the circle method, specifying the size, color, and a little transparency so the points look nice and not too heavy on the screen. Finally, we call show to display the plot. Let's run the code and see what happens. Awesome. Now we can see a bunch of red circles representing our data points. It's simple, but it clearly shows how scatter plots can help us visualize the relationship between two sets of numbers. And just like that, we've got our second example working. Let's move on to the third example and see what else we can do with Bokeh. Next up, let's create a bar chart to visualize some fruit sales. We start by defining our data, a list of fruits and a corresponding list of counts showing how many of each fruit were sold. Then we create a figure specifying the x-axis range to match our fruit names and giving the plot a title. To draw the bars, we use the vbar method, setting the height of each bar with our counts, the width, and the color to make it visually appealing. Let's run it and see the result. Great. Now, we can clearly see which fruits sold the most and which sold the least. Apple, pear, banana, and watermelon, all nicely displayed as green bars. All right, let's move on to the fourth example and keep exploring what Bokeh can do. Now let's move on to our fourth example, where we'll plot multiple lines on the same chart. We start with a simple list of x values. Then we create a figure and give it a title. To show different trends on the same plot, we use line twice. First, a blue line for a linear trend, and then an orange line for an exponential trend. We also add legend labels so it's easy to tell the lines apart. Let's run it and see how it looks. Perfect. Now we can clearly see both the linear and exponential growth on the same chart. Let's move on to the fifth example and keep exploring more Bokeh features. Next, let's explore our fifth example, where we'll use the hover tool to make our plot interactive. First, we import hover tool from bokeh.models. This allows us to show extra information when we hover over points. We set up our x and y data as usual, and then create a figure, adding some interactive tools like pan, zoom, reset, and hover. To actually draw the points, we use circle, setting the size, color, and transparency. Then, we configure the hover tool so that when we move the mouse over a point, it displays the x and y values for that point. Let's run it and see it in action. Awesome. Now, when we hover over any point, we can see its coordinates pop up. Super handy for exploring data without cluttering the chart. Let's move on to the sixth example and see what else we can do with Bokeh. For our sixth example, we're going to create a bubble chart. And this time, we'll add a bit of randomness to make it more dynamic. We start by importing the random module. Then we create a list of x values and generate y values randomly using random.randint. We also create a list of random sizes for each bubble, so the points will vary in size on the plot. Next, we create a figure and use circle to draw the bubbles, setting the size, color, and transparency. Each bubble's size corresponds to the values we generated randomly, giving the chart a fun, varied look. Let's run it and see the result. Nice. Now we have a bubble chart where the points not only have different positions, but also different sizes, making it easy to visualize another dimension of data. Let's move on to the seventh example and keep exploring Bokeh's capabilities. For our seventh example, we're going to create a time series plot, and this time we'll bring in two new libraries, pandas and numpy, to help us handle data more efficiently. We start by importing both, pandas for working with dates and structured data, and numpy for generating random numbers. Then we create a range of 30 dates starting from January 1st, 25 using pd.dateRange. For each date, we generate a random value between 50 and 150 using np.random.randint. Next, we create a figure and specify the x-axis type as datetime, so Bokeh knows we're dealing with time-based data. Then we plot a line with our dates and values, setting the color and line width to make it look clean and readable. Let's run it and take a look. Awesome! Now we have a smooth time series plot showing how our values change over time. This is super useful for tracking data like sales, temperature, or stock prices. Now let's move on to the eighth example and see what's next. For our eighth example, we're going to make things a bit more interactive by adding a slider that dynamically updates our chart. We start by importing a few new tools from Bokeh, slider for interactivity, column from Bokeh.layouts to arrange elements on the page, and Curdoc from Bokeh.io to run everything together as a Bokeh app. Then we set up our data, x values from 0 to 9, and y values as their squares. We create a figure and draw a line showing this simple quadratic relationship. Next, we create a slider that lets us choose a multiplier between 1 and 5. We define an update function that's triggered whenever the slider's value changes. Inside that function, we modify the data source so that the y values are recalculated based on the slider's current value. Finally, we link the slider to the update function and add both the slider and the plot to our document layout so they appear together. You can run this example with the following command to see it in action on your browser. This will open a local Bokeh app where moving the slider instantly changes the plot. Super cool for interactive visualizations. All right, that wraps up our eighth example. See you in the next one. For our ninth example, we're going to combine multiple plots into one layout and build a simple mini dashboard using Bokeh. We start by importing a few extra tools, row, column, and div. The layout functions let us organize multiple plots on the page, and div allows us to add a bit of HTML text, like a title or description directly inside the dashboard. Then we create two simple charts. The first one is a bar chart showing a few vertical bars. The second one is a line chart, just to add a bit of variety. Next, we create a div element to display a title at the top that says Mini Dashboard. After that, we use column and row to arrange everything. The title goes at the top, and the two charts are placed side by side underneath it. Finally, we show the whole layout, and Bokeh puts everything together nicely on a single page. All right, let's move on to the final example and wrap things up. And now for our 10th and final example, we're going to create something really cool, a real-time updating chart using Bokeh. This time, we import column data source from bokeh.models, which allows us to manage and update data dynamically. And of course, we also import Curdoc again to turn our script into a live Bokeh app. We start by creating an empty data source with two fields, x and y. Then we create a figure with a fixed range for both axes. The x-axis goes from 0 to 50, and the y-axis goes from 0 to 10. We plot a line using that data source, so every time the data updates, the line will automatically refresh. Next, we define an update function. Every time this function runs, it adds a new data point. The x value increases by 1, and the y value is a random number between 0 and 10. We then use source.stream to smoothly add the new data to the chart while keeping the last 50 points visible. Finally, we tell Bokeh to call this update function every half a second using add periodic callback, and then we add our plot to the document. To see this in action, just run it as a Bokeh app. It will open in your browser, and you'll watch the line grow and move in real time as new random data keeps streaming in. And that's it, our 10th example complete. You've just seen how Bokeh can handle everything from simple static plots to fully interactive real-time visualizations. Great job following along, and I'll see you in the next one.